Hello everybody, welcome to Nana's Journey. I'm Deanna, and today we are doing block 6 of Fat Quarter Shop's Designer Mystery Block of the Month. The block is called Abundance, and this guest designer is Bridget Heitland. So this is the block we're going to do. It looks pretty easy. These are the fabrics. And we will be putting them in the setting as well. So when we're done with this, we'll put it in its little house. And so let me get these cut up, and I will see you in a moment. Okay, my mail just came. So let's see. This is Fat Quarter Shop's Fat Quarter Bundle. And this is Cottage Petites. Rosemary. We've got the green. I was going to say that dusty rose, or not rose, well, the rose and the blue combination reminds me of an old lady, and then I realized I'm an old lady. But I meant more my mother's generation. It reminds me of her. So, but those are nice. So I'll have to figure out something to do with those. And then I got something. I was watching YouTube. And I was watching Susan, or Stitching with Susan, or whatever. She was quilting a quilt, and I liked the quilt. And so I went to the lady's site. It was Krista Moser. And I grabbed a couple of her patterns. Oh, and her mini tool. I have a big one, but sometimes I like to just work with a little one. But I was looking at this pattern, and I want to do this, but that won't be till next year. And then I've got this fall one and this one. So I'm not sure when I'm going to get to them, but that'll be fun. This is specifically for, I mean, this pattern uses this mini thing. You can use other rulers, but that's fun to get in the mail. So now we can get back to our project. Okay, I've got everything cut out. I've got D marked just from corner to corner. There's going to be a lot of, what do they call, flip and stitch? I don't know. Folded corners. That's what it's called. Folded corners. And then here's the setting for block number 6. And then after we get block 6 put together, we'll put row 2 together. So let's get over to the sewing machine. Okay, the first thing they want you to do is to take D and E, and we're going to put right sides together and put these corners on the opposite ends, sew on the lines, and then trim and press. And then we'll take these and do the other 4 corners. Make sure those cover. Not quite. That one's okay. I want to move this seam over towards the corner just a little bit more. Okay, I got that fixed. I pressed it, trimmed it with a 1/4 inch seam, And now we'll put on the other corners. Okay, those ones are good. And then we'll have our square in the square. Let me get that pressed and trimmed, and then we'll do the next units. Okay, now we're going to take E and D, and what we're going to do is we're going to put these here. We'll do the same folded corner method, and then we'll do the other side, and we'll have 4 flying geese. If I'd thought about it, I would have done the fast flying geese method when I was cutting, but the pattern has you do it this way. So let me start in this direction. Okay, next we're going to take 2 G's, and we're going to do the same thing. Okay, now we're going to take the square in the square unit that we made, and we're going to put a plain block on each side. Right sides together. I need to come a little closer here. That's better. And that very tip is off, but I'm going to leave it. So next, we're going to take 2 of our flying geese. We're going to put them together. We're going to press open. And then we're going to take our C units, put them on each side, and press towards here. And in order for these to nest, I'm going to move one of these right there. And it doesn't want to because it's clipped there. I'm just going to do that. Okay. Now I can nest those seams. Okay, let me get that pressed and I'll be right back. Okay, now this one we're going to do sort of the same thing, but we're just going to put all of them together. So I'm going to take this one and press it to the opposite side. Okay, just moved these to the opposite side, and now these will nest. Okay, next we're going to take our 2 units like this, and this is going to make our vase. And again, I'm going to have to press these to the opposite side. Okay, and now those should nest. Okay, and the corners meet, and I think we press that open. Yep. Okay, now we're going to put our B units to each side. So we just put right sides together and sew. Okay, now we just put the rows together, and the flowers go up on the top. I'm going to try and get this point to match this seam. The fabric folded back from the feed dog, so I'm going to take that out and try again. Okay, and all these rows get pressed open. Okay, here is our block. It's pressed and ready to go. And we are going to put it in its house. Okay, let me get these pressed open, and then we'll put the strip along here, or along the bottom. Okay, now we have two background strips that go also on the sides. Okay, we'll press that open and then we can put the roof on. Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot to turn my recorder back on, but I just put blocks 4, 5, and 6 together, and now I'm going to add rows 1 and 2. All right, we've got the first 2 rows put together, but I can't show you the whole thing at once, but I can slide it over a little. Still kind of wrinkly. So there it is. The first 2 rows are done. So let me know how yours is going, and I want to thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you next time on Nana's Journey.